Hey everyone, welcome to the Movie Throne. I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here bringing you a massive DCU Take Two review your way. You guys saw the thumbnails. This one's going to be big and epic. 6 parts, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. What the hell am I talking about? I'm talking about Zack Snyder's version of his own masterpiece, Justice League. Yes, it is long, it's unedited. It's the way he intended it for it to be, and the way that we should all saw it until DC Warner Brothers got their hands mangled in there and screwed shit up. You know, glad we got this. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It explains a lot. It gave every character its justice, and it felt like a movie. You could understand what he was going for, and there's no choppiness, none of that shit that we got with that fiasco a couple of years ago. But I'm glad to tackle this, and like I said, I'm gonna do little things a little differently. I'll be coming back several times, so as soon as I watch a part, I'll get back to you. So the first part up, it's called "Don't Count on It, Batman." So I'm gonna go check that out. Come back, give you my initial thoughts, and do that throughout the video. So let's begin. It's gonna be spoilers, so if you haven't seen it, then don't watch this video until later, until you watch yourselves and come and see what I have to say about each chapter, and then my overall thoughts at the end. All right, guys, this movie opened with a boom. I love the new intro that Zack Snyder did, explaining what's to come in this film. Even the opening scene that we see that goes down with Batman interacting with the parademons and Superman, his mother. I'm telling you, pretty cool. You actually see Lois Lane suffering, like being upset that he's gone. I'm telling you, he did such a good job to capture the emotion that we didn't get in the first one with just those little scenes, going to the gravesite, seeing the mess. Then you got Clark's mom actually packing up her shit, moving off the farm that's in foreclosure. Like I'm telling you, you felt the pain, man. I'm telling you right now. And then we got the museum scene with Gal Gadot, Wonder Woman, when she goes to free those hostages, being held by those morons there. Holy shit, that was so much more extended and more like you appreciated that much more. It was kick ass, I'll tell you right now. And then, of course, the final part of the chapter of the part one was the Amazons dealing with Steppenwolf and the way he shows up and the anticipation of him there. And he looks phenomenal. He total different look. He looks badass, menacing and scary. That whole fight scene that they're getting chased and he's going after him and all that shit, like it was extended probably an extra 10 minutes. Probably that's what it felt like, but it was crazy. And when he finally gets in and disappear, and the disappointment on Wonder Woman's mother's face, holy shit! Like you felt every moment, like oh my god, we're in trouble. And that's where I left off, and now I'm left chapter two, and then I'll get back to you and I'll let you guys know what I thought for the next chapter. All right, guys, I think the second part was called Age of Heroes. Let me just start off with that, okay? And holy crap, a lot of information that we never got in the original, like why there's mother boxes. There's an actual full out, which stood out to me the most in this whole thing, besides Wonder Woman discovering the history. She got the message from her mother in Greece. She reads the inscription that the Temple of Athena, I think, I believe that's what it was. And she kind of sees pictures of, Darkseid, the mother boxes, the underworld, and all this. So she gets all the information, confronts Batman, tells her the story, and that's when we get the glimpse of the gods like Hercules with the Amazonians fighting against with each other to fight Darkseid and defeating him, and how the big box was, split up in three, kept away. One protected by the Amazonians, the Atlanteans, I want to call them, Aquaman's people, and then of course some other knights or whatever the hell. Pretty cool how they showed all that scene. That was phenomenal. Of course, you have Steppenwolf with his little army there building his there, and then some other minion that's in between him and Darkseid talking to him and all that crap. We also got what else? We also got how do you call it? Glimpses of of the Flash, Batman recruiting. You even have Aquaman rescuing people on the boat and kind of making a decision, screw it. I'm going to go back to where he's from, Atlantis. I always want to call it Atlantis because I'm thinking Aquaman. That's what I first think of, right? Atlantia, whatever the hell he calls it, to confront his uncle first, William Dafoe's character. And then, of course, Mara. And that's when, of course, shit goes down there. And that's where I left it off. Now it's called, the next part that I'm going to be diving is called Part 3. Oh, sorry. Cyborg. We got more of his backstory and how his father did whatever with the mother box and how he came to be and shit, which is great because he got shafted in the first one. I have to throw that in because it's important because I could care less about Cyborg, but this movie, care a little bit more and why he's so important to the whole story, which we didn't get before. So part 3 is called Beloved Mother, Beloved Son. So wait, I'm going to come back. All right, guys. Part 3 was short and simple, pretty much. You got Cyborg being brought into the group by Wonder Woman. You find out the final part of his history of him getting in a car accident with his mom. His mom ends up dying. He's really bad, and that's why his father did what he did to save his life using that kind of technology. You got Batman recruiting the Flash. A little bit of the Flash backstory, him meeting Iris and kind of saving her from that car accident with the slow-mo gimmick bullcrap. Batman revealing to him that he's Batman, recruits him. That's where we left off. You got the parademons attacking now and all that fun stuff. So, the showdown is going to go down. And that's where part 3 is pretty much. There's a lot of talking and stuff like that. You got the battle between Mara, Aquaman versus Steppenwolf for that box. They end up losing. But that was cool. The underwater fight that we got. We never see a lot of that in the last Justice League. Or that crappy version. Sorry. It is what it is. And now I'm leaning into part 4, the Change Machine. So let's see what's going to go on. I guess the team's going to assemble, head out to stop and save the day. So let's find out. So in this chapter, guys, we got quite a big reveal. You have Lois Lane meeting up with Superman's mom, which in the original film, we thought it was just an innocent them getting together, getting to know each other and kind of catch up because of what went down. But the big reveal, spoiler alert, major spoiler alert, is Martian Manhunter, who posed as Superman's mom to talk to Lois to get information to kind of convince her of who knows what, that she's going to be called upon to do something. You got the team forming together. You got that big, meeting up with Commissioner Gordon. We're going to stop him going underneath that, that tunnel, whatever harbor scene that they all fight there, and the water comes and they fight Steppenwolf and the parademons, and you get that slow-mo of him, the Flash hitting her sword to Wonder Woman so she can use it and all that shit. That was cool. They end up surviving, and of course you have Batman working on the bat, and now they decide it's time to kick ass. Let's go, and let's head out and do what we got to do. So that's pretty much it. So yeah, going to part 5, all the King's Men or something like that. So tune in for that, and I can't wait to see what this chapter brings our way. Oh boy, was part 5 a kick-ass scene. The team decides they need a little extra help, so they're kind of like debating, do they try and bring back Superman using this technology? Some believe so, especially Batman. They need the help. Only one person can stop him. You got the Flash seeing his visions and all that shit. So after debating, they dig up his body. They take it to the stupid place where the spaceship is to bring him back, and they manage to do so. Flash does his little thing, touches the box, energizes the thing, brings him back. But as we all know, comes back and he's not fully himself. So there's that massive kick-ass scene between Superman and all the heroes, which is great, phenomenal. It's good to show the big pieces that we didn't see that led up to that. And it's just, there they are, they're fighting, let's go, done. He disappears. It leads up to Steppenwolf showing up. Once Lois convinces Superman, boom, snaps him out of it and he disappears. That they go to the hospital or where that little lab is. They steals it. His father ends up dying. Cyborg really pissed off. So now shit's gonna hit the fan. Now it's go time pretty much. So that was part leading into part 6 called Something Darker. So I can't wait to see what we're gonna get with this chapter. So wait a second, King will be back. All right, guys, that is pretty much the last major chapter until the epilogue kicks in. And holy crap, it was the big showdown that they bust into the parademons. They're scrapping out. You got Batman flying right through, shooting the place. You got the team confronting Steppenwolf. I'm telling you guys, shit hit the fan. The one biggest part that I noticed, unless I was blind, it looked like they removed that whole, when you got Superman and Batman, or sorry, Superman and the Flash going to rescue those people that you met in the other film in some sort of city there from dying or some shit, getting hit by that plasma wave, which didn't happen. They totally retweaked everything. Yeah, left one big thing that they took out last. It looked like the Steppenwolf did succeed to bring Darkseid. I give him victory or whatever, and things started to kind of like they started to slowly disappear or some shit like that. So the Flash notices this. So he goes into the Speed Force, which makes damn sense why things got reversed and shit. He ended up going crazy, whatever, to reverse back time to kind of save the day. But before that, you had that Alfred scene before Superman shows up and pretty much lays out Steppenwolf. He shows up with, that scene that we've seen in the Batcave with the water shaking in the trailer. It was Superman after all. I knew you'd come. It's Superman. And he's wearing the black suit. I'm telling you, that black suit looked badass. He didn't come back in the red and blue like they did in the other one. The black suit and silver, which was phenomenal. Back to where we were before. Flash saves the day. Shit goes back. They end up chopping off Steppenwolf's head. Goes through the portal. Darkseid steps on his head, and Darkseid looks phenomenal on this. And then it kind of, I'll come after you, or some Kryptonian or some bullshit like that. I'm like, whatever. And that's where the film leaves off there, leading into the epilogue. So I'm going to check out the epilogue to see if there's no big deal or any big deal to it, which I think that it was. It was called A Father Twice Over, so maybe it's going to explain a little bit more with Cyborg. But let's see. 1 second, King will come back and then give you my final thoughts on Zack Snyder's Justice League. Yeah, it was quite a epilogue, guys. We basically got what happens with the Flash. You got Wonder Woman going back to Greece. You got Aquaman leaving Mara behind, kind of do his own thing and become a drunk or wherever he chooses to be. You got Commissioner Gordon with the sign with Batman over there. You got Clark getting back his house. And at the very, very end, you have Cyborg, paying tribute to his father. And you have the Martian Manhunter who shows up and talks to Bruce Wayne. For a split second, disappears. That's where the movie ends. Oh, and you also get Jared Leto's Joker shows up at the end. That whole dark scene that they put through, I guess, at the beginning of the film that kind of seemed out of place, where he gets that vision of the Flash saying she's the secret. None of that shit. You got an actual 5 or 10 minutes with Mara, Bruce, some of the team members, and Jared Leto's Joker looking at the dark gloom and scene there. It was pretty cool to see. That was kind of cool to see Jared Leto be able to come back and kind of give one final performance of the Joker properly, or his version that he wanted to. And Martian Manhunter shows up at the end with Bruce, and that's how she ends, and that's how it ended up. So overall thoughts, way better. Loved it. Definitive version of Justice League. I wish we got this in theaters. I'm pretty sure it would have been trimmed down, not from the 4 hours that it is, to maybe possible 2 hours and 45 minutes, which we see in a 3-hour film, Endgame or Avengers, whatever. So we were cool with that. But if we would have got that, maybe fans would have appreciated it more, and it wouldn't be so much divisiveness and all that shit. Well, watching this, we would have still had Zack Snyder. The DCU would have been still kicking and breathing, maybe. But like I said, if the fans don't support it, that's what it is. Some people liked it. I loved it. This is my Justice League. If I could throw the other one and use it as a coaster, I would. But it's a part of it, unfortunately. So there you go. That is my official Zack Snyder's Justice League 2021 DCU Take 2 movie review. Hope you guys liked it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out my other reviews, TV show episodes, you name it. You know the drill, guys. And one more thing before I let all you guys go. Just wanted to take 2 seconds of your time and my time to wish my brother, Lord Nico, a happy birthday. It's his birthday today. So go wish him well. Podcast Outlaws, you know where to find him. For now, he'll be back. Don't worry. He's having fun now, celebrating his birthday. He's second in line. But until the king is done, nobody's touching my throne. Anyways, happy birthday, brother. Until next time, be the hell good. Stay off the king's throne.